And we are back here on Open, a not-for-profit organization providing food, clothes, and medical care for homeless teenagers. This in an effort to improve the lives of teenagers right here in our borough. Here to discuss their upcoming event is the CEO and founder of the Los Angeles Society, Sydia Colbert, and also the president, Edgar Plummer. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you for having us.
Good to have you. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about your organization. I mean, we talked a little bit about it in the intro, but tell us what we should know.
So, go ahead.
So,
ladies first.
Yeah.
So the Los Angeles Society is basically me. I started it in 2011. It's an organization that that the universe allowed me to put together from my own personal story, from growing up as a homeless teenager from the ages of 16 to 21 and moving 21 times from pillow to post. So I always told myself if I ever got to the position where I can give back that I would, and I started Los Angeles Society. And
So,
here we are.
And a great organization is doing great work for homeless. So talk a little bit about your mission and how you carry it out.
So our mission is pretty much to just provide a safe haven for youth not to experience the same thing that Sydia, went through. We noticed that today our youth, they just need a place, an avenue to express themselves, to just feel loved and appreciated. There's a lot, just to hold them in a space to where they can create, and not having that creates that energy going in another route, So we definitely want to direct that energy in a positive way. Yeah.
So give me this about your experience, because obviously the reason that you're able to provide services and help in a major way is because you've had the experience yourself. What is it that maybe we don't know about when it comes to homeless youth?
So the main focus and what my goal is to allow people to realize that lost angels are everywhere. You have them in churches, you have them in schools, you have them walking up and down the blocks. And growing up in the area that I grew up in, Long Island, we had outlets. Although, I'm a self-sufferer, so I didn't want other people to know. But when you come into the city, the 5 boroughs, there are no outlets, basically. And the outlets that are there, you have to pay. You either have to pay $100, but if your family can't afford it, then you're stuck and you're on the streets and you're in the parks and you're standing on the corners. I think the most important part is that we need outlets, and that's my goal. And to that we open up a facility to where there is an outlet that kids can come and pour out and receive a feeling.
Not only are you having outlets, but you guys have some special events too to really provide some services. So let's talk about a couple of those.
Well, the first one we have coming up is the Back to School Drive. That's taking place August 18th. This year we're going to do it in Long Island. The past 4 years we've done it in different boroughs. We've done it in Washington Heights. Last year we were in Brooklyn. This year it's in Nassau, Long Island. Correct?
Right, correct.
Okay. And it's a teen summit too?
Oh, well, the Teen Summit is September 8th.
Okay.
We, based off of our first trial run as when we did our Teen Summit, it was a snowstorm outside, and we had young people come out in the storm. And we just dialogued with them, and we got to know what the concerns were. And to hear young people in a room filled with adults they know nothing of to empty themselves out, and the first thing they say is that they're fearful of dying, that they don't want to live, and they're fearful of their future. It prompted us to say, you know what, we need to do another one. And then with so many deaths going on, even in the Bronx alone, since June 17th until to date, there has been 42 deaths of young people. And it just, it prompt something in me to say, you know what, I woke up and I say, you know what, we're going to do another Teen Summit, but this one we want it to be 300 young people, and we want the 5 boroughs and the communities and the politics and the politicians and the news to come out to be a part of this, event, because young people are crying out for help. They don't have the outlets, and when you have an outlet like Los Angeles Society, it is imperative that the community becomes a part of that outlet to plug into, so that we could change the mindsets of our young people, because we feel like if you change the mindset, you change their future.
Yeah, in the last segment, the State Senator, I know you couldn't hear, was talking a little bit about the void, and there's a void out there in terms of providing services, and then she talked in reference to the immigrant community. But when we look at the issues affecting young people, we know there's community centers and gyms and things of that nature, but there also seems to be, from what you're saying, a void in terms of services as well.
Absolutely. Void in services, but I did want to touch on a point with Sydia just about the fear. There's so much fear in the youth today that they don't see anything else as a possibility.
Right.
So if death is the only thing that you see, you feel like that's what you're walking into, you'll lash out in a different way, right? So just creating another possibility, an avenue, just another possibility for your life is really all that they just want to see and hear, and to come up with their own ideas, because they also have answers. They just don't know who to speak to, how to go about getting these answers across.
Right.
So before we go, please tell people, how do they get in touch with your organization if they wanted to take part?
So they can always go onto our website, which is the LosAngelesSociety.org. They can follow us on Instagram at TLAS 2011.
Correct.
They can also follow us at on Facebook at the LosAngelesSociety.com. And if there is ever a young person who is hungry, homeless, needs somebody to talk to, they can always reach out to us. My door is always open. If they knock on the doors, I'll open it. They can sleep on my floor. They can sleep on my couch. We just want the community to know that this is a 911 call to save our youth, and we cannot sit in the positions that we have and not do anything, because in order to be a part of the solution, you must first be a part of the process.
All right. Well, Sydia, Edgar, thank you so much for coming to share with us. Keep up the great work that you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All righty. Listen, take a quick break. We got more open. Stay with us. We're coming right back right after this.